Wednesday, November 4th, 2000, what, Aretha?
2015.
Okay, excellent, good. And we're going to do day 3 of our Google Apps class. Today we are doing Google Plus, and specifically we're doing what, Mike?
Circles.
No.
Communities.
Correct. Good job. Excellent. We're doing communities. So our internet is down, or it's very sporadic. How long was it down for last hour? Would you say 20 to 10 went out? So for about 40 minutes, but the TED Talk was on the whole time? Okay. So they're doing some internet work here at Nevada Partners, switching to a new phone system, and unfortunately, some people forget to plug things back in, and the internet doesn't work when things are not plugged in properly. So we're going to start with communities today. What is a community?
Like a website.
Good, good. Community is Google Plus's version of something that looks like, could look like a website. So let me come on here. I'll show you Chow Chuti's. Well, hopefully we didn't lose them already. All right, well, I guess maybe we won't show them. But Chow Chuti Magazine's website looks very much like a Google community. So how do we get to communities? Yeah. Okay, so we're in Google Plus. We go to our home page. We hover over home. Up pops our menu. We scroll down to communities. We click on communities. Our Larson Training Center Wolfpack community looks like this. Let's see this part. It's just crazy that that's not working. All right, so community looks very much like a website, but what do you need for a website? Who builds a website? Webmasters. Do people who know how to build websites. They're not designed for ordinary people to build and maintain. Communities are designed for people to build and maintain. I think, now who has internet? Okay, the front row, you guys don't have internet? Mike, you have internet? Yeah. Marty? No.
Yeah.
Aretha? Okay, so we're going to create a community. And the people who don't have internet, go to a blank page in your composition books, write the word community at the top. And so when we go to the community page, It looks like that. There might be some limitations, maybe there's not. How do you think we would start a community, Loretha?
By, going to your,
You don't have internet. Do you have internet?
Yeah,
Okay.
you click on create community.
Exactly. Okay. We look on create community. So Google is designed for about a 6th grade level education. So mainly what you have to do is look and read because it's there. It's not designed for webmasters. Okay, so when you click create community, up pops a box that looks like that. Okay, create a community, restricted to, do you have 2 boxes? One says restricted to?
No, one says public, the other says private.
Okay, so what does that mean?
Public and private.
Okay,
Public and
view it, or you can,
it sort of means that. So,
you can see.
So private, I think says on yours, it's only for people that you allow in.
Invited members.
Okay,
What do you want?
so you can let people ask to join. So one of the settings is they can ask you, can we join your community? Public, they don't need to ask. Okay, so you want to make your thing private.
Do you want to call it? What is it?
You want to make yours private?
What do you say?
So you want to make it private. So what on your white sheet of paper, you should have 1, push, create, community. 2, private. Unless it's just you've got a product you're advertising. You're trying to sell a product. Say Dave gets in the ukulele business and he wants to sell ukuleles on eBay. He doesn't need it to be private. You want everybody to be able to go there. But what we're going to do is we're going to create a community that you will use to supplement your resume. So on your resume, one of the things that you'll have there is a link to your community. And on your community, we'll have a lot more information, including any videos. And what we used to do, and we have a small enough group, Phyllis, that we can do that. Tell me about yourself. We can ask a couple questions and have you on video.
Yes.
So we used to do that. So people would sit there, and it's a huge, tremendous tool because pretend you're an interviewer. You're interviewing people. When you're deciding to interview people, would it be good if you saw them in action before you interviewed them? Yeah. Well, first of all, they're going to say, huh, cool. This person has something going for them that nobody else does. I don't get to see a video of people answering a particular important question. So, interesting. And then when you start talking about, and I know the cloud, here's an example. I put together this little video, introduction video, and I did this community. You're going to get more points. It might not be enough, but it's going to raise you to the top. And the only way you won't get a job is if the person who gets a job is just better than you. But you can say, I absolutely did my best. There's nothing else I could do. Okay, so we want to make it private. What do you want to call it? So what you should call this is employee PC, your name. Okay. So Marty's would be EPC, Martin, what's your last name again? Martin Burnham, and then November 2015. And things like this, and things of employment, you rarely have to put in the actual date. Nobody cares if it's November 4th. Just the fact that it's November is the important thing. Okay, so EPC, what's that stand for?
Employment planning. Circle.
Who said circle?
Community. I just.
Okay. Okay. And you should know or remember when you see brackets like this, you don't put the brackets, you put what's inside the brackets. Okay. Can people search for your community? Yeah. People can find it and ask to join. Okay, you have complete control. So again, our knowledge is power, or power is knowledge. Knowledge is power. The more information you have, the better. So the more people who you can touch, better or worse? Better. Yeah, better. Okay, so you want to make it easy for people to be able to reach out to you. What you have to do is not get in the habit of just, oh, somebody's interested in me, I'm going to be interested in them. Okay? You just have to be discerning. Don't let people into your community that you don't want in. But you can throw them out too. So it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so now everybody should be at a page that looks like this. Congratulations, you start a community. Now just fill in a few more details and click done when you're finished. Okay, so finish setting up your community by adding a descriptive tagline. So that's that box right there. Now your tagline, you want to be real. Make it real, but relevant and compelling. Okay, make it relevant and compelling. So if you're applying for employment at a, say, carpet cleaning company, do you think they care about you making lures for fly fishing? Probably not. Probably not. Unless when you did your research, you found out that the owner also likes doing that. Right?
Right.
Why?
Something in common.
Good. Right, exactly. So you have something in common. So what is your tagline? What would something be? What would you just think of off the top of your head of important things to put in there? Words.
Pertaining to the career that we.
Well, this is about you. This isn't specific for an employer. But this is something employers should care about. Fly fishing, probably not. Okay, what would they care about? What are the two things employers care about?
Money, save money.
Okay. So you might say money making, hardworking. Now, if you're not hardworking, don't put that. Okay, just leave it blank. Don't put not hardworking. Money making, hardworking. Hmm? Well, okay, so that brings up a good point. You usually, if you see yourself as somebody who's going to save money, don't say money making, saying money saving. If you see yourself as somebody who can make them money, you say money making, because that's going to get their attention. Fundamentally, they're going to hire people who make them money or save them money. But if you see yourself as a money saving person, you want to work in accounting or something like that, don't say money making. Say money saving. If you see yourself working in business, like if it was a pizza company, making pizzas, money making.
Should you keep it short, or can you like put 10 total things there?
Well, you're going to create one sentence because it's a tagline. Down here, so there's another place on here, the About section, gives you more stuff. Money making, hardworking, committed. Well, I wouldn't say honest because honest people expect people to be honest. So if you say you're honest, that begs the question of why are they saying? You know, honest people don't go around saying, I'll be honest with you. Right? We talked about that, I think.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that you don't do that anymore, Mike.
Thank you.
At least not here. That's the thing to drop. Honest people, if you say you're an honest person, I'm going to be honest with you, what does that imply, Mike?
That means you weren't honest at the get-go.
What does that imply? If somebody says, I'll be honest with you, it's going to tell you the truth. You're usually not. Okay, but it means sometimes you're not, right? It means like, now I'm going to tell you the truth. So you don't want to do that. So money making, hardworking, committed. Well, let's just leave it right now individual so we can move on. Okay, money making, hardworking, committed, individual. Upbeat. Let's say upbeat. Do you want to say team player?
Yes.
Well, maybe some places don't want a team. They want you to work from home, right? So what you want to do on your tagline is you don't want to have people say, oh, I'm not interested in that, unless you're not interested in them. So any company that says, no, we're not into making money, unless it's a nonprofit, you should be skeptical of a company that needs to make money in order to stay in business. But they say, we're not interested in that. They say, oh, we don't really want hardworking people. You know, at Zappos, they don't say, we don't want hardworking people. And the thing that you can do for the tagline, so a note you might make is, you can go look at companies like Zappos and look into their About section and maybe pull words out of there. Okay, so that's your tagline. Next is pick a photo. Now this is a professional photo. This is not a photo of a flower or the moon or an animal or you at a party or dressed up to go to a party. This is a professional thing. So for here, it should be your picture with Larson in the background, because what that says to somebody looking at it is this person's in school. Now I know a little bit about this person. When they took the picture, they were at a school. Okay. And so if you click on pick a photo, this box pops up and you can select a photo from your computer, from your desktop, from your Google+. Not hard. Okay, filling out the About section with guidelines and relevant links. Okay, so that's down here. Okay, about this community. See that section, that box that says about this community? Everybody see it on their page? Okay, so for right now, just type in brief summary of who I am. What I'm looking for. Okay? So this is where you get a little bit more information about yourself,
Brief summary of what?
of who you are. So you should just type it in the box right now, so later you can go fill it out, because that's what we're going to do tomorrow. Brief summary of who I am and what I'm looking for with employment. Okay. Not, you know, not like dating. Okay. Now, you'll see above that, what do you see above that?
Discuss, add category and discuss.
Right. So let's add some categories. What do you think a category is, Marty? Okay, so let's put in your work history. Employment. Now, Phyllis and the tell me about yourself. What are the three things that they
Education, employment skills.
skills? Okay. But after hours. What does after hours sound like? Okay. Now, do you think an interviewer might want to check, definitely look at that? Okay. So this isn't about partying.
No.
But by putting after hours, somebody's going to think, huh, what does that mean? Right? So they're going to click on it. And this would be an area where you bring things to the table that make you look like you're a superior person, that you're a good person. Okay? So you should have a category called discussion. That's just going to be the general thing. So if you post something there, got a job offer today, you put a link on there to the website of the company that gave you an offer, that just goes on discussion. Anything else can go in these separate categories. So it makes it easy for them to find it. So again, it's like a website, right? A website has a directory of how to move around and what you can do. Okay, does everybody have these? Discussion, work history, employment history, skills, after hours, skills. So this is where you talk about the cloud. This is where you talk about if you have any other licenses. Does anybody here have a forklift? Do you have anything, Mike? Any other certification?
We got hazmat, I got,
Okay. Okay, well, this is the section where you would put that in skills. And what you really want to do, just jumping ahead, what you want to do is you want to scan or take a picture of your licenses or credentials and add them in here so they can see it. They can see what you have. Okay, now let's go down to links. Or let's add another category. I'm going to add another category. So how do we do that? Right. So add a category called previous employment.
That wouldn't be employment history.
Hmm?
That wouldn't be employment history.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Okay, so how do we get rid of it?
Click that box right there.
what's the difference between work history and
No, we just said take it off.
Well, I mean,
Huh?
no work history and then employment, is
Maybe
that
you work
separate?
without being paid by an employer,
Okay.
community or health or.
No, I thought we just got rid of work history.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. So you should have employment history. I deleted the wrong one. What was the first thing?
Work history,
Work history.
employment history, skills after hours.
Phyllis, what's the question? Tell me about yourself.
Education, employment.
Yeah,
and
education.
skills.
Okay, so you should have a category that says education. Okay. So you should have employment history, skills, after hours, and education.
Director,
Yeah,
and that little box, can you read that over again? I made a mistake.
okay, so you have employment history,
No, in the square box, down below.
ask Deanna, ask someone else.
What is it?
Brief summary of CIN.
Okay, now for everyone else, put these things in order. So you have employment history first, education second, skills after hours. So how do we move them?
Click on them, hold it down and.
Right, so you select and you just drag it to where you want it to be. After hours should be last. Okay, skills should be just above that. Education above that, and discussion, employment history above that. Okay, now we're down to what? Links. What kind of links could we put on? Okay. So one link would be to your resume. Current resume. So you click on that and you type in current resume. Oh, but we can't do that. Just type in www.ford.com.
Ford.com. Because
And you don't have the link
Right.
for your document. Just remember what it needs to be.
authority.
Okay? Okay, now, you might want to put a link to your previous employer. If you had a good job and it was with a good company, you might want to put a link to their website. If you worked in a good place, if there's a place you work that you're proud of, you want to include that. If you work on Chow Two Teeth, used to put Chow 2P, which is Chow Magazine. If you already have a job, you're looking for a job, your current employer there. So also you want to add in a calendar.
How do you spell Palazzo?
P-A-L-L-A-Z-Z-O, I think. Calendar. If you have a Facebook, the place is going to look to see if you do. You might as well have it.
Oh, I have to change mine, that's right.
Okay. So the reason to have a calendar would be so if they want to interview you, they can see dates that you have that are open. Right? So if you're going to be out of town or something like that.
Okay. So I have that.
And then put in YouTube channel. Type in YouTube channel. Okay, so we didn't really need to put any websites in there. You can just put in the title. Okay. Okay, location. So this would be where you live or work.
Location is where you're working right now.
Work or where you live. So I'm putting in Westlake. Okay. And then when you're done, you click done.
Uh-oh, that's something tells you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you have to put those in.
You have to put it up.
Yeah.
What website?
What is he doing?
I don't see that.
What was that, Phyllis?
What is done?
Up at the top. Oh, right.
In the box that we
Say.
on the top right. Oh, way in the corner.
Or, we don't do that for.
Okay.
So for.
Got it.
There you go.
I type in your www.
Good.
Under previous employer, mine saying the URL is not valid.
Yeah, just type in Ford.com. That's just so it tells you what you need to put as a category. It's not to literally be Ford.
Okay. And what was companies?
Chow2tmagazine.com.
Oh,
Now, when you hit done, what pops up, Marty?
I have one. I'm still typing in my URL.
Okay,
And URL for calendar?
just put in for.com. Because you have to create your calendar and then you have to go get the link. So that everybody has their own calendar.
YouTube channel URL?
Same thing, you have to go to your YouTube and get your channel. Okay, so anybody got it?
What's that?
Done? Okay, Deanna, are you done? Mike?
Yes, I have.
Mike Anderson? Not yet. Marty?
Yes.
Dave? Stephanie? Okay, good. All right. Now, at this point, I would cancel. I would not invite people to the community right now because it's not done. So here's how your thing will look.
Go ahead, cancel.
Yeah. Here's how it would look.
Okay.
You don't have anything in it right now. Now, if you want to make changes, you have to go to the settings call. Okay. And go to edit community.
Just cancel. Yeah, cancel.
Edit community?
Where is share the link? Right here.
on the settings. Oh. What is this one? What's this? Where? I am different. See.
Yeah, I was settings.
Okay, we've got 5 minutes. Anybody have any questions? Okay, Deanna, are you caught up? Deanna?
Yes.
Okay. Aretha,
Yeah.
what do you need help on?
I got it. I did.
Okay. Mike, what about you?
Yeah, I'm done.
Mike Anderson done it? Okay. Other Mike?
Yeah,
Yeah, what?
I was there, yeah.
You done? You was or you are?
I had never done that.
Okay. We're gonna do one last thing. We're gonna invite people. Okay, so guess who you're gonna invite?
You.
Correct. Okay. And you should invite Phyllis. So for me, you should be able to put in Edward at larson trainingcenters.com. And then Phyllis is 1 ltclb.phyllis. What?
91814.
Yeah, right. 91814. LTC.phyllis.91814. Oops, that's where I screwed up.
So if we click on the LTC staff,
Well, yeah, you could do that. If you can add the circle, that would make it easy.
LTCLB.Phyllis.
all right,
918.
Two circles.
4.
inviting people. Oh, wow.
Okay, and then you send. So now for purposes here, it might be a good idea to do LTCLB students, right? You have that circle, Marty?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, you might want to invite all of the students. Why? Because when you get out, hopefully you're on their community, they're on your community, and you can keep up with one another. Okay, so see, now I click on my bell, I've got Michael Grant invited me to join.
What is the thing again?
Ask Deanna.
I've been asking, nobody knows.
How come nobody knows?
I don't know. Did you get mine?
Um, let's see. I do not remember seeing it.
No, discover communities. Okay, I did it first. Okay.
Look, Chatuti's on there. I thought Chatuti publishing.
Good, go back.
That's cool.
Maybe I can. Okay, so if you have any of them, you will go there. So let's see. So Michael Grant. Okay, so I click on it. I accept the invitation. And then I can share it with other people if I wanted to. Mike Anderson. Accept invitation. Okay, so this is a very powerful tool. In the 30 seconds we have left, this is an extremely powerful tool. Other people do not do this.
So what did you do just this last part? You went to where and
I went back to my Google Plus home screen, my home page. Oops. Right here. So I looked at my bell.
And then you clicked on their invitation.
Yeah.
And then you click on view community,
Yeah, and then there's a banner.
accept invitation.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, I do not see an invitation from Loretta.
Johnson,
Here it is. And Christina, so view community, accept. Go back to Deanna, view community, accept. Okay, break time, everyone. Good job. So this afternoon, Phyllis, let's have everybody work on their community. And then the rest of the week, if, you know, if George doesn't come in today, work on community.